Hello everyone, today is Monday, May 14th. It's 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. You see my computer clock on my right. On my left is the time and sales for the EMini S&P, currently trading at 27.31. Pretty good day for the Autotrader today. First up is the DAX on the 150 tick Heikin-Ashi chart, and it looks like we had probably three trades. We had a long and a short here, and then this little trade brought us to our goal, which on this chart is 2,500, 2,550 exactly. You know, we've seen the DAX quite a bit on our charts. We've seen it on Heikin-Ashi charts, on the Super Renko 14 tick. This particular chart has been quite consistent for us. Thing is the Autotrader loves the DAX, loves the volatility of the DAX. Looking at this chart, these don't look like really big trades or really long moves. I believe with the Autotrader that a trader could really focus on the DAX and come up with settings to make, even for a small account, you need a little bit more margin to trade the DAX, but trading a single account, movement of $500 in the DAX is very short distance on a chart like this. So I believe the DAX offers a great deal of potential. With Ninjatrader, you need to subscribe to Eurex to get live data feed, but it's certainly worth a study. There's pretty much two parts to the DAX. You have the London Open, which is 3 in the morning Eastern Time, and then you have, of course, the US Open. The DAX is active again. But the DAX is just, it's a great market to trade for the Autotrader. Okay, here's the DAX on the Super Renko 14 tick, and this hit its goal at 2,000 on a single trade. This is one of 4 charts on the DAX that did really well today. So doing this, like I said, in a single trade, and you can see the movement here on the Super Renko 14 tick. Actually, this took 2 trades. It had this little bitty one here, but really nice movement, nice swings in the DAX. The Autotrader can be made to catch every one of these swings if you were trading with a stop. But we use a limit order and a pullback. This one has a limit order of 4 ticks. Okay, so here's the DAX on a regular Renko 8 tick. We had 3 trades, 1 loser, 2 winners, and this did 24.62, and our goal on this is 2,500. Again, I remind you that I selected these goals kind of arbitrary. It's probably not suitable for most traders. Probably most traders would use smaller goal. All depends on the size of your account, but nevertheless, the DAX is capable of hitting $300, $400, $500 a day on a single contract. As you can see here, that could be done most of the time. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 2584 Heikin-Ashi chart. Caught a really fantastic short trade here, and we're currently long in an open position. You can see our entry here, and the open P&L is just a couple of $100. We have a closed P&L at 1360 on this trade. So really nice looking chart, indicators giving really nice signals here. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick. This is not using a higher time frame or anything. It's just a limit order with a 2 tick pullback, and our goal on this is 1,000. So not sure how we ended up with extreme positive slippage here, but we did. So that's about the most positive slippage I've ever seen. So not sure what happened here, but it worked out pretty good. Who's complaining, right? So it looks like it had a total of 4 winning trades in a row here. Okay, next is the DAX on a 100 tick line break chart, and this is using a higher time frame filter, which has proven to be pretty effective on different markets and different time frames. We're using a Super Renko 8 tick as our higher time frame filter. Our goal on this is 2,500, so we obviously hit our goal, 24.75, and you'll notice here that the Super Renko 8 tick higher time frame background is red, and these were all short trades. None of these long trades were taken while the Super Renko 8 was short all the way through these swings. Only the short trades were taken, and you can see from the close of the line break bar, our fill is a pullback. We have a limit order with a pullback of 6 ticks, and so each time we have a fill that's above the close of the bar. Okay, next is the Dow EMini contract on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart. This has an open position of 3 contracts of about $500. You can see it here, and a closed P&L of about 200. So modest gain here. This is using a higher time frame filter, and we're using our parabolic filter as an exit. So we're getting a little bit better exit probably than might be otherwise. Our goal on this one is quite high. Okay, next up is the EMini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart, and this did 975 for the day. Couple ticks slippage. Our goal on this is 1,000, as you can see here. And it looks like we just had one small loser right here. So 3 winners and 1 loser. Okay, the crude oil on our precision 8-150 chart hit its goal of 1,000, had some slippage. This is using our line break logic. And so our goal on this one is 1,000, and it's a limit order with a pullback of 2 ticks. So it looks like we did this in just 2 trades. The crude oil now trading in the 70s. Okay, next is the EMini S&P on a 987 tick line break. We've seen this chart quite a bit over the years, and this had 4 winning trades in a row, it looks like. And we did 1275. Our goal on this is 1,300, so we hit our goal on this chart. Okay, next is the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick, and this has a higher time frame filter of a Super Renko 6. And this had 3 winning trades in a row, 2 shorts and a small long here, and then this came up and hit our goal of 1,050. And this is just a limit order with a 1 tick pullback, as this is a 4 tick Super Renko. This has been a very consistent chart for the Autotrader as well. Okay, this is the DAX with the $5,000 goal, and we can see that it had an equity high of 3,300. And so, I've said this many times, I think 5,000 is a little lofty for this chart. There's kind of a sweet spot, but what's impressive is that it made this equity high, but these first couple of trades here, a couple of videos ago I showed where I had only reached about 2,500 in profit, and I turned it off because it was enough. I was watching it. And there's something to be said for that. You know, manually taking control of your daily goal. There's no shame in it, in turning off here. This had a total of 4 trades, and it made its equity high of 3,340, it looks like, and then it ran into some trouble here and drew all the way down to 675. Okay, this is the EMini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick that starts trading at 12:30 noon, and it has a 750 goal. And we just had a couple of trades here, and it hit its goal. This is using our line break logic. A lot of winning charts today. The EMini S&P on a regular 5 Renko did just 1 tick shy of $500 on a single trade. I think there was more than 1 trade here. Hold on. Okay, so there was 4 trades, 3 winners, 1 loser. Looks like we had an equity high of about $700. Okay, somebody had asked me to post a 1-minute chart with a 3-minute higher time frame, and I did that here, and it had a winning trade today of a couple of $100. I wouldn't necessarily trade this chart, but it doesn't look too bad. Just for the benefit of our listener that requested this, I'll bring over our back test and let's take a look. Here's our equity graph. Looks like a pretty minimal drawdown. So historically it looks pretty decent. Okay, a modest gain on the EMini S&P Super Renko 2 tick chart. We've seen this chart a lot. It's always been very consistent. Looks like we had an equity high of about $300. Moderately active today, some ups and downs here, but still finishing on the plus side of the ledger. Okay, next is the mid cap on a 1 minute Heikin-Ashi chart. This did 640 for the day. The NASDAQ on the Super Renko 10 tick did 440 for the day. A modest gain in the gold. Really nice trade here, but that was overshadowed by these two losers, which drew us down about $300. So 320 in the gold today. Okay, the mid cap on the Super Renko 10 tick drew down about $600 and then recovered $400 with these last couple of trades here. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.